You're listening to Truly Unruly with Marcus and Jessica Trufant. Truly Unruly. My name's Kel. That's Marcus Trufant. That's Jessica Trufant. How you guys doing, Trufants?
Doing well, brother. Doing well. Yourself?
We're good.
Doing all right. How you guys feeling? How was your week this week? Good week?
Week was good. Week was good.
Yeah, busy.
Yeah.
Week today was a little started off a little iffy. The kids are getting a little lax with the appreciation of the house and of things. So
I cussed him out. That's what happened this morning.
Before school this morning.
It's fine.
But
I'm sure they were just fine at school.
Be like that sometimes.
I'm sure they're just fine.
All right. So today's episode is interesting because last week, Jess had brought up something that you guys had talked about, I believe, at Disney World when we were talking about our love episode about how men benefit more from marriage.
They do.
And so I dug a little deeper into it, and it's interesting. So I wanted to discuss that with you guys today. Do men benefit more from marriage? Yeah, we do. And I sat and thought about it for a second, and I was like, hell yeah, we do benefit more from this shit. I mean, my reason why is because men are very, very simple beings. It's very simple to satisfy us. Look, you feed me, bust it open on call, got it ready, and the oven's warm.
And that's it. Right.
What else is there to talk about?
You're right. You guys are like, it's like kind of a caveman mentality. I want food.
It's not.
I want sex. Me happy. Yes. So, yeah.
A portion of that I would agree with, Jess. I would agree with. But my only comeback to that, Kel, and while me and Jess was arguing over this in Disneyland.
Were we arguing?
Not so much arguing, but we were having an enlightening conversation.
It was intense is what I'm getting from that.
Yeah.
Your heels are so fucking ashy right now. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
They're coke white. I probably have to take a picture.
I'm sorry. I
Group
just can't.
And for guys,
I just can't.
And we would do another social media poll and say, are men comfortable with their feet looking like this? If nobody can see them. That's okay.
I mean, that is a...
As I jump back into my comment, what I was saying, I kind of forgot now. But, okay. So what I was saying is that I think it shifts, right? It starts as a female dominant thing in the beginning of marriage or through that courting process. The women, they've grown up and they've been playing family. They've been playing with Barbies, doing all this stuff. And that's what getting to the mountaintop is getting married, I guess, right?
Yes, the pinnacle.
And so as they get into these relationships, they're like, this isn't so much what...
That's not what it was cracked.
It's
my
cracked up to
Barbies
be,
didn't
right?
do that. Marriage wasn't like this with my fucking Barbies.
And so it's unfair. I think it's trickery involved in that. You're hot and heavy and you get these men that in most situations, most men don't really crave the marriage situation. Some do, but it's not so much our thing, right? To be ready for marriage, or at least it wasn't for me, right?
I think it's just for you guys to just spread your seed,
right,
anywhere and everywhere,
populate,
right?
Be fruitful and multiply,
right?
I didn't say it. That's
Indeed,
the Bible said that
you
one.
do.
The Bible said it.
85-year-old Flavor Flav just found out he had a 3-year-old child.
Very true.
What in the all fuck are you doing? That's just selfish right there.
Flav.
Okay,
hey
go
man,
ahead.
Flav might have been smoking though. You got to remember, he might not remember.
I don't care.
Flav's still out there in Vegas.
You might not see your child get married. Like what the fuck? Okay, so anyways.
That's true. So this is an interesting stat. Married men, and this is another reason why men benefit from marriage more than women do. Men are happier and healthier than their unmarried counterparts, and their careers also benefit. And married men are more likely than unmarried men to be top 1% earners.
Yeah.
On the other hand, women's health does not improve significantly with marriage. In fact,
it gets
women's
worse.
health No, well, a woman. I knew.
It goes down fucking hill.
I knew you was gonna say that. Well, here's the thing: a woman's health is actually tied to the quality of the marriage.
Right.
So while even bad marriages seem to benefit men, women's health suffers a bigger impact than a man's if the marriage is bad.
I can see that.
Right.
And that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right. Absolutely. We bear the brunt of a lot of shit. So, yeah. And if it's bad, like just in general, but if your marriage is bad on top of that, oh, no.
These women got broad shoulders, man, in these relationships.
They do.
They have to do a lot. I know.
Broad shoulders?
In most situations, the man, okay, I'm gonna be the breadwinner, et cetera, et cetera. But in any situation, a mother, a wife, she has a really hard job. So I could definitely see the stress of a terrible marriage.
Right. And I understand why men are married men are the top 1%, because I wouldn't even say behind, but next to or possibly in front of a great man.
Right. I've said it before that a lot of men won't like it or be open to saying it, but in a lot of situations, women are better than us. And if you accept that and you embrace that and you become teammates,
right. I don't think, well, the problem is this is a men dominated society, like a dominated world. It's dominated by men. So women get the fucking shaft. Once again, taking away our rights to have an abortion, right? We get the fucking shaft. But little does everybody know, we're the fucking mastermind behind everything. Seriously. And we just don't get credit. The credit goes to a fucking man. And it's like, okay. You came up with that on your own. Yeah, you did. Yeah, okay.
When it comes to
in society,
organization and plan and how things are going to be put out, right? As far as making men in power and putting men in power and doing all this stuff and kind of leaving the women behind.
It's for a reason. If we were put in power.
But for me, again, I believe it shows
how weak you are.
If you have to systematically do that. Doing the other, as in bringing women along with you, with us.
Bringing women along with? You're bringing us along?
Embracing. Don't reach. I was trying to say a good thing.
I know.
And
go ahead.
So I'm
sorry. Okay.
Damn.
Damn.
I get what I was saying was, if we can do it together, right, and give women the credit that they deserve, man, it makes everybody stronger. It makes every situation better, or at least in my mind, in my head. I have never, well, I can say never, but as I've grown and as I've matured, my views have changed on so many different things, right? Just on how you treat a woman, how you embrace your woman, how you embrace your wife. If you're going to do that in a way that puts her down, you're going to continually, I feel like, being
is male chauvinistic
treadmill effect. But if you want to grow and you want to do bigger things and you want your relationship to grow, you got to empower your woman and support her just like you want her to support you. And it's no simp type of conversation, because that's what I used to think. I grew up with 90s music, right?
That's how it is. You're a
Snoop
simp,
Dogs of the world, et cetera, but you really got to start thinking about this kind of stuff. And that's just me, though.
No, I agree with you, True. I think that first thing, just as just human beings, right? As just the human race, and we all live on this ball, right? This big blue ball, and we ain't going nowhere. So we all, I know, right? So we all have to share it, right? I think that we all have strengths and weaknesses, right?
Yes.
Women have certain strengths. Men have certain strengths. We both have certain weaknesses. How do we balance each other out?
There you go.
How do we benefit each other? That's how you win. You know, like that's how you win. That's how I've known so many successful relationships and marriages, like growing up, that actually outside of like, you know, the examples that I had, there were those few that I was like, wow, like that's a power couple. Like the husband and wife, like they do their thing, you know, and like the family is eating, you know, and always wanting to have that, you know. So I just think when people put their fucking ego to the side and understand, like, hey man, like, bro, you don't got to chase the bag by yourself. Your wife want to chase the bag too. And she got some gifts, man. And she's a smart woman.
Right.
She might put you on the game.
Absolutely. To your entire point, when men respect women, do all of the things you just said, that is why they benefit from marriage. That is why they are happy. That is why it just works. When you're egotistical, male chauvinist, when you have all those other fucking weird society ideologies about how you're supposed to treat, that's when your marriage fails. And that is when it just doesn't quite work out. Men.
Oh yeah, I've told a few of the homies. You know, there's a lot of guys, and I think this is just a societal thing. They'd say, well, I want to get married or have kids when I feel like I'm financially in a position to do it and be financially whatever. And it's like, look, bro, like if you got a chick that's riding with you and she love you and she believe in your vision, whatever it is, believe in your dream, and she wants to help you reach that goal, that's what's going to be there to help you get to that whatever financial stability it is that you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? So go chase that together, especially if I've seen so many dudes have these girls that believe in their bullshit ass dream and just fuck it up. And I'm like, yo, and they are like, man, these chicks out here, you had it. Right. You had it.
Right.
You had it and you fucking fumbled the bag, bro. Like you fumbled it and then you wanted to go get some fumble fuck, you know, whatever chick. Whatever, you know, fine. There's a woman out here for every type of man and every type of lifestyle. But for what it is that you're talking about and what you're trying to do, you had that. We've
all seen the movies, right? The Tyler Perry's. Which one was Jill Scott? The Tyler Perry movie when Jill Scott was the
Medea movie?
Kind of like the battered wife, and the guy was cheating on her. I believe it was Ricky from Boys in the Hood.
One of the older ones?
Yeah, one of the older ones. And then
I think I know what you're talking about. I can't.
He left her and got the skinny girl that was looking good, and she ain't have nothing to offer after a while, though. And Jill Scott got her stuff together, and she was on top of the world. You dump
this girl, get with this girl who just wants your bag.
Right.
And if you don't achieve it.
Mm-hmm. And I've said this before about men, too. In most situations, or in a lot of situations, men really aren't ready for marriage, right? At any time. But you have to make a conscious decision, right?
Right.
Go ahead, because I'm just thinking, like, men aren't ready for marriage, and maybe marriage is is that like a thing?
It doesn't have to be a thing.
Who came up with that, right?
That's true. That's fair. It doesn't have to be for everybody, but if one partner sincerely is looking for that, then it's a conversation. So I wouldn't say marriage is for everybody.
It's not.
I believe that's unfair. That's
I don't think, but think about it. Do you think people in life in general are sure about most of the big decisions that we make in life anyway?
No, but I think marriage it's because they want, like the nuclear family, because marriage, you're more likely to reproduce, right? Mm-hmm. And reproduce these future
taxpayers,
taxpayers, the future Uncle Samers. So I think that's a big part of why marriage, there's such a heavy weight on marriage, is because you get married, you have kids, and it appears to be legit. If you have a bunch of single people running around here not being married, you're not going to have kids. Maybe you're going to have kids that you don't know about.
That's
but
fair. That
you're
is
not
fair.
going to have these kids that are going to grow up and contribute to the economy and grow everything. So there is a point to marriage, but I'm not sure if it's not for everybody. Okay.
Who do you guys think initiates divorce the most, men or women?
Women.
Women, because men are content with sneaking around and cheating. What else are they content with?
Make it sound like women
They're
don't
content
cheat,
with
right?
completely checking
Exactly.
out and doing their own thing and having guy time and shit. Yeah, that's why.
The fuck
Okay, go
does
ahead.
guy time have to do with that?
No.
It's just about doing your own. It's about being selfish.
What does that have to do with
It's
it?
about being selfish. It's about
So
doing
girl
your
time
own
is being
thing.
selfish too. So
We
having girl
don't.
time is-
We have girl time, but we also take care of our husbands, take care of the kids.
Wait,
Not
that has
saying guys
nothing-
don't
wait,
take care of the kids.
Time out. We said girl time and guy time. It had nothing to do with taking care of all the other shit. I'm saying, isn't that selfish too? Then
No,
oh,
no,
so
it's
then
not
why
selfish.
is guy time selfish?
But I'm just saying, I think guys, it's just like you said, you guys are really simple. So
I got it. I think I got it. Or
okay, go.
I think it comes down to men being oblivious, right? In a lot of situations, not being in tune to what's
Simple
going on. Pretty much the same
equals
thing.
oblivion.
Being simple,
probably.
kind of,
Ignorant, don't get it.
just kind of do. Things are cool. They could be better. I don't think it's that bad. And not
Caveman
really
mentality.
what?
Caveman mentality.
Right. But not really communicating with your lady, right? If she's saying some things that you may not like, you kind of just brush it off. And then, over time, things build up and women can be sneaky. They're a lot better than us. And you talk about men sneaking around. Women do it too. They just don't get caught. So
That's it.
they set this thing up and they're ready for divorce. They've had it. And most of or in some situations, it may catch a guy off guard and he may not even know. Of course, there's those situations where it's been rocky, it's been back and forth, but men, I believe, in a lot of situations are just oblivious to things that's going around.
So that's why we want divorces, because we found something better.
All right, look, 70% of nearly all divorces are in the U.S. are initiated by women.
Damn, 70%.
One of them is because we were not allowed to
Yes.
file for divorce back in the. It was
We're not
illegal. You could not
saying-
do it.
Why?
At
And
one
if we're
point.
just going off strictly numbers.
I'm sorry.
and damn.
Just saying.
We are not going off of 1925. All right.
It's all relevant.
All right, look. It's one of the top reasons was, this is crazy now, is there's less tolerance for abuse.
Okay.
Okay, I wasn't thinking that, but yes,
Women's high expectations for marriage. Okay, so yeah, it's being let the fuck down. Relationships are more flexible now, and divorce is more acceptable. I remember we've talked about that before.
That was to my point of 1925. We were not able to get divorces. Go ahead.
And then emotional labor and gender roles.
Yes.
Okay, and marriage just seems less important these days.
Yeah.
All those are fair.
Yeah.
Those
Yep.
all
All of those are fair.
Those all seem fair.
So I mean, just that little list there alone, I mean, that makes sense.
That's all facts. As a woman,
Wow,
70%.
I
though,
concur.
That's heavy.
70%.
heavy.
But isn't it? But usually when a woman files for divorce, and I mean, women have the right and reason, if you don't want to be married anymore, you don't have to be married anymore. But it always seems like when women want to file a divorce, all right, she wants to get out of this relationship, fine. But it always seems like when men are fed up and they want to file for divorce, it's deemed as like he's the bad guy, or he's trying to skip out, or he's given up.
you're
Take
right.
advantage of the situation. or
You're
something
right.
like
It's
that.
just
Taking all the
because
power.
of,
Why is that though? I don't understand.
it's because of how you guys are. It's because of how everybody thinks men are. It's because of gender roles. It's
It
because
is.
of this.
But that's not
So when
right,
they
though.
want to
That's
leave, it's
unfair.
like, oh, he wants to go sow
Yeah.
his wild, like that
That's
kind of
unfair.
thing.
a total unfair.
It's not my fault.
I know.
Blame. Let's go all the way back and blame the Bible.
But let's say he's just not happy in the marriage and he's done what he feels like he's can't. He's like, well, I don't want to do this anymore. It's like, oh my God, he's leaving her. Oh, that's such an asshole of him for doing that. And it's like, my man ain't happy.
Well, guess what, Kel? You guys do not communicate that, right? You're not going, I'm just not happy in my situation.
Maybe he has.
Women say that shit.
Maybe he has.
But just...
And he'll still get looked at as the bad guy. Men are...
But you guys are simple, remember?
Good. Men never look good. It's like we're not allowed to be fed up.
I know.
Like,
we got to power through. We got to fight through.
Fed up for what? Why would you be fed
Be a man.
up? Fed up for what?
Because women.
What is your wife doing that makes you
my point?
You can't trust them.
Fed up.
They sneaky and you can't trust them.
So you're fed up because you think we're sneaky. Okay.
I'm just playing.
But I agree. Men do get fed up. And because of how our culture is, you guys just automatically look like the bad guys when you want a divorce. And guess what? So fucking what? You guys win everywhere else in life.
You can't play both sides of it.
So what if you're the devil when you want to get a divorce? So what?
Can't do it.
So what? That shit is temporary. You
Especially
move on,
if you got
go
a dude
find a
that's
younger
fair.
woman or whatever the fuck you guys do.
Especially if you got somebody
and then
that's
it's
playing
great.
fair. I'm not talking about bad relationships, but if you got somebody that's playing fair and...
Playing fair? Who the fuck plays fair?
As far as your husband, if you got a real teammate, you got a real partner, right? So if you want to... And he's doing all the communication, he's saying all this stuff, and he's just done. You cannot be mad at that. That's just...
But it's not even me. Well, I don't know. Maybe the wife does understand, but from the outside, they're going to look at you like you're a loser.
Right. But that's fine. I mean, the outside always got some outside.
Because how can a woman... How, if you're telling me that you're unhappy, I'm going to go and be like, nah, he just blah, 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 blah. I don't know. If you're smart and in tune, you would realize that your dude is really unhappy.
Sometimes, unless she is unhappy herself and got agendas and is already plotting and
that's it.
Scheming and making
We're probably
plans
both unhappy, and she was just waiting for him
to do other things. So.
He files for divorce, and she's like, "Fuck yeah!"
Right.
I do remember a conversation one time on this podcast where a certain young man, had said that maybe. I'm going to communicate with her and say, maybe I'm bored in this right now and I want to do something a little different to, whatever to help me out. So I don't, because I want to make this work. And
to keep me out the streets.
Yeah, I remember the response to the man from the fine young lady was, "Oh, you're bored? There's the door.
Bye-bye.
Take your 5 kids and go.
Bye-bye
and go
now.
be unbored and go find someone younger that is going to entertain you."
Right.
That's the shit I'm saying though.
Right.
The man's communicating this and wants to like, yo, this is how I'm feeling, and we just can't.
But
win.
like I said, chances are, if he's saying he's bored, God damn it, I'm bored too. And I'm just waiting.
So the plan has already been built
for
on
my
is what she's
escape.
Saying.
And you just gave me an out.
Oh, really? Cool.
You're
well,
bored?
Okay.
Okay.
If it's the paperwork I've been working on for the last 6 months.
Right.
And if you could have your lawyer look at it and
go get on board
right.
because I've got everything right here.
So
that's fucked up. You've been waiting for this moment to serve me papers?
Yeah.
How is a man supposed to trust and be all the way in though, if that's really the energy?
Once again, I blame society. We think we have to fulfill these roles and stay together by any means necessary. So as soon as you're like, I'm bored, we're like...
And that's why men have their guard up. Okay, I don't want to go too far in. I got to keep her at a distance. I can't get too deep. I can't show too much of myself because it's going to be used against me later.
And it shouldn't be like that.
But
it shouldn't be like that. You should be able to be vulnerable, show all of yourself, all your emotions.
You should.
And we should be okay,
right.
What can I do? How can I help? But It has been. It's just not.
We don't talk about it often, but a lot of men have been taken advantage of. You can't show
weakness.
There's not as many as ladies.
I don't even call it. It's not even weakness.
Men do get taken advantage. They get taken advantage of in certain situations. So
sometimes
guard up.
Guard up, man. Because the moment she has your scapegoat, she can walk out and get half your bag. All right. Truly Unruly. This was an interesting episode. I just wanted to have that discussion today, man, because I knew after we had the little talk last week, I'm like, we could talk a little deeper about that.
But it's true. It's true.
What's true?
Men do get more satisfaction.
I would agree.
Those are facts.
But once you get all the way in and the guard is let down, we're like, oh, wow. I never knew. And then that's when it gets scary, right? You got to sleep with one eye open.
Yes.
Hey, man. The things you got to do for that in-house. Truly Unruly. Marcus Trufant, Jessica Trufant. My name's Kel. You like what you're hearing, like what you're seeing. Of course, listen to us on your favorite podcasting app. Like, subscribe, leave a review. Follow the page on IG, Truly Unruly _podcast. And if you want to catch the visual, just search Truly Unruly on YouTube and subscribe to Marcus Trufant on YouTube and catch us every Sunday on Converge. I think that's it, y'all.
That's it.
Peace and love, y'all.